Hi, everyone, and welcome to the VZWBuzz recap. We have a lot to show you. I know we had a really busy VZWBuzz chat, but I'm so excited to introduce you to my guest today, Jason Ramsey. Say hi, Jason.
Hi, everyone.
And he is coming to us from Wichita, Kansas. And Jason Ramsey runs the School of Rock in Wichita, which has some great activities. So if you're in the area, be sure to sign up. Sign up your kids for that amazing school. So we're going to talk a little bit about some mobile accessories, but I'm particularly excited to remind you all that somebody is going home with one of these today, the Sony Xperia. For those of you that may have followed some of my posts recently, I'm completely in love with this tablet. It has an incredible screen. It's super light. It's lighter than a pound. It's less than a pound. And it, as you know, survives a couple of underwater experiences. Actually, Marty's going to roll a quick video for you in a little while. But I wanted to say that somebody's going to win this. And that person is going to be selected from your questions and your conversations on Twitter. So please feel free to post any questions that you might have about mobile accessories and about how you use them. And we're going to pick a winner right around 4:20 today. This is Eastern Time or 1:20 Pacific Time. So first of all, I want to ask you, Jason. You are the head of the School of Rock in Wichita, Kansas. Tell us a little bit about the school.
The school is a lot of fun. It's performance-based music education, so it's non-traditional. Most of our kids come twice a week. They get a private lesson and a group lesson, and the length of the group lesson depends on their skill level, sometimes age, and definitely maturity level.
Mm-hmm.
They practice for usually 3 to 4 months, and then we have seasonal shows 3 times a year. We actually have our summer season coming to an end, and we have those shows coming up next September 7th and 13th. So it's very busy right now. Lots of fun, lots of kids. Love my job.
What's the age group, Jason, of the kids that come to the School of Rock?
The youngest we have is 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's not normal, though. I would say the youngest average age is probably 7,
Mm-hmm.
and the oldest we have is 18. And we also do adults too, but they're obviously in different programs. So I would say the youngest we have is 4, and the oldest we have is probably 63. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so great! I saw you post sometimes little clips of some of the concerts, the rock concerts that the kids get to do. I think that is such a great, enriching activity. So kudos to you. How many kids do you have in the school on a sort of annual basis?
Well, we're 2 years in. We've been open 2 years this summer,
Mm-hmm.
and we finally got over 100 students, and our goal is to get 200, so we're halfway there.
Fantastic. Okay, everyone, if you're in the Wichita, Kansas area, this is definitely something you want to check into. You know that music education is one of those enrichments that actually helps with all subjects for your kids' school. So I totally encourage you to definitely, this person wants to go to the School of Rock, says Robin Wright. And I'm sure she'll find it in St. Louis, right, Robin? I love it. I know all I've done with guitars in the latter part of my life has really been air guitars, and sometimes quite often in the shower. So not something I think we could put in a concert necessarily. So as a music expert, teacher, coach, head of the School of Rock, tell us a little bit about your favorite music accessories.
Well, obviously, if you're into music and you have a mobile device, you need some type of headphones to listen to, because you know the speakers on your mobile device, when you're listening to it, you're usually in a place where other people may not want to hear what you're playing, so you don't have to be the DJ to the entire venue or you're in, or where you're having lunch or anything like that. So, and there's a lot of options out there. The Beats by Dre are really popular among the kids, but they're also super expensive, and there are a lot of other quality products out there that you can use which give you just as good a sound. I would say on a budget, for the sound quality, Skull Candy is probably the best bang for your buck if you're looking for a pair of nice earbuds. If you're looking for full-on headphones, which a lot of, especially the younger kids are into right now, the old school, big headphones. Again, the Beats by Dre are the leader in that class, and the sound quality is excellent, but there's a lot of other options, and if I had to guess, I would say Skull Candy is also in the oversized headphones more bang for your buck, because the sound quality is negligible between a pair of $60 headphones and a pair of $200 headphones. So it all depends on what your budget is.
Yeah, this is true. How about for speakers? I know when we went together to the Minneapolis, the Mall of America Verizon destination store, we saw this incredible wall of all kinds of speakers, and you spent quite a lot of time there. I noticed you were over there a lot. Which would you say would be your choice for Bluetooth speakers? Obviously,
hands down, no question, the Jam Box.
Okay.
And the Mini is unbelievable. I have the Mini. We've had the Mini here at my house for about 8 or 9 months now.
The Mini, okay.
Yeah, the charge lasts forever, and my kids fight over it, and they fight me over it because we all want to use it, and we all want to listen to different things. So, but sound quality, clarity, I've never heard a sound come out of something that size as clear and as good as that. So definitely Jambox.
That's a great endorsement. You know that they now have dual functionality, right? And so if you have two of those little speakers, the smaller ones, so I'm assuming it also works for the bigger ones, you now can have sound coming out of both at the same time from your mobile device. So I bet that sounds even better.
It does, and I'm glad my kids are not here. I'm glad they didn't hear that, because then I'd have to go buy 3 more today.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. I've also used the Bose, which is relatively new. This one also has some pretty nice sound. I have to say that it was very nice, and it's also very small and portable. But I think what's great is that we're now using mobile devices, our tablets, and our smartphones to do all kinds of entertainment. One quick question for you too, Jay, on just in general, what are some of your favorite apps? What are some of the apps that you use every day, or the ones that you go, I can't wait to use them today?
Well, this week, a new app that I'm using that I love is called Parent View, and I downloaded it. It goes along with where my kids go to school. They just started school this week, so I can basically get online and find out what's going on in their day-to-day, life at school without calling a teacher or asking them. You know what it's like. The kid comes home from school. You say, "How was your day?" "Fine."
Yeah.
There's no details. So the Parent View app I'm super excited about, because this is the first year I've had that. It'll be the first time I can actually dig in there and see, okay, well, you didn't have a very good day in science, or math was great. So that I'm excited about. Another one I've used is LastPass. I don't know if you've heard of it or seen it, but that is my new #1 favorite app.
Tell me about this, a little bit about the Parent View mobile app. Do you need consent from the school, or how does it actually work?
Yeah, you actually have to. You can download the app, but then you have to have a code from the school to activate it.
Got it.
So you can download it, but you really can't. I mean, it's not useful to you unless you have to fill out paperwork at the school, get approved, they give you a code, they turn it on for you, and then you can go in and access it.
Oh, that's so interesting. You're right, definitely a parenting tool to help find out what happened in school.
Yeah.
Always useful. Have you used the Jawbone Up yet, Jay? Have you used any activity trackers, perhaps?
I use it every day. Don't take it off. Don't take it off. I've got it on right now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, actually, the only time I've ever taken it off since I got it was I lost the cap for it, and I called customer service, and they sent me a bag of new caps 2 days later. Couldn't be happier with it. It pushes me. I love the sleep function, because I'm not very disciplined at night, and I'll spend a lot of time on my laptop when everybody else is in bed. And you can kind of get away with that, but the Jawbone doesn't let you. I mean, if you tell it when you're going to sleep and you tell it when you're waking up, it's hard to argue with your sleep numbers.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's quite a shocker when you wake up and you think, oh my God, I only had 6 hours of sleep, or or so.
Yeah, or you wake up and you're kind of tired, and you're like, why am I so tired? And then you open up the app, and oh, I've got to go to sleep.
I know, it's true. It's so useful. I think I was talking to Joyce Sherrier, and she was telling us about meeting a gentleman that was in the gym, and she was told the gentleman was 90 years old, and he was on a treadmill. And she approached him, or someone approached him and said, "What's your secret?" And he said, "Just keep moving." And yeah, I think that the yeah, the Fitbit, all of these activity trackers are really super useful to, help remind you to keep moving. And you don't want to be sitting for longer than an hour at a time, that kind of thing. We also have this is what the Moga controller looks like. I wanted to make sure everybody could see. This turns your phone. You actually attach this controller onto your phone, and you actually can play games. So to me, it's not an adapter. It's actually turning your mobile phone into a console, into a total gaming console. And there's some really great games. That's called Moga, and this accessory is available on Verizon Wireless, of course. A must-have, or several must-haves, these battery charge boosters. We talked a little bit about them on the chat. This one is the Mophie, and this one is the Motorola PowerPack Slim 4000. Most of these will hold actually 2 charges of your phone, so definitely some great accessories there to think about. Here's a drop cam camera. I know this has been called the nanny cam if you want to spy on that nanny, or talk to your cat if you're traveling and the cat's up to no good. Have you used one of these, Jay? A GoPro?
You know, it's interesting you say that. We have GoPros that we use to film our concerts, and we'll have a main camera, and then we'll also set up GoPros on stage, like over the drum kit, on the side, kind of different angles, so when we edit the footage together, you can get some really cool shots. Yeah,
that's so great, actually. I have found that when it first came out, I thought it was kind of niche, like very specific, had to be, very sports-orientated, maybe, even just skiers. I mean, I didn't really see all the possibilities, but honestly, I've seen them now used just about everywhere. And John Canales, who was going to be on the call today, actually showed us a clip of his own display on the bunny slopes in I think it was at Big Bear, somewhere outside of California. And it's really great. You don't have to go that fast to have fun with your GoPro. And I know Joy Sherrier is going to be showing us some clips of her GoPro as she battles the waves and surfs in Hawaii starting next week.
I can't wait to see those.
Those are going to be great, right?
Yeah.
That's a great surfer. It's great to have all these incredible experts on the team, Jay, because you have you with all your music experience, and then of course we have a surfer dudette in Joy Sherrier. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Sony Xperia tablet. I wanted to run this clip of our recent vacation. We went last week to Acapulco, our whole family and cousins, and I took this tablet, and my husband and I did a bit of a stunt. I had the tablet with me, lounging on the chair, and as he came over to the pool area, I just threw it at him, and everybody just gasped, what are you doing? Threw the tablet on the water, just like that. And everybody was like, screaming. So it's great for that reason. You can shock your family, neighbors. There's a lot of people screaming that I had thrown the tablet in the water just like that. And but mostly we did video clips of every single family member underwater, and I want to show you one of them because I thought it was so cute. This is the youngest in our family. So Marty, if you want to roll up that clip. Here comes Paulita. And so these are, some of the things that, isn't that so cute? She loved it. She kept asking for it to do again and again, and you know how that is. And we're like, no, we can't really keep dipping you into the underwater just to take your picture. And we picked, of course, this clip because it's the cutest. But I don't know if you saw our Duncan demo, because that one showed also how the sound on a Bluetooth speaker keeps going and sounding just as great, even if the tablet's underwater. So I know there's that clip, Marty, if you want to roll that one too. Right, so I put that, I really just had a really small thing where I actually cooked my lasagna, but I put water on her, and the music was blaring, and the picture kept playing. So people would say, why do you need a tablet that functions underwater? And after last vacation, I can tell you, you do. You know, you can be on the jacuzzi, you can be in the bathtub, and you just don't have to worry about it. You know, if it sinks in the water. Do you think you'll be able to use it underwater, or some of its other features, Jason, once you can?
Absolutely. I'm going to put it to great use. Definitely, my kids are going to want to take it underwater the day we get it, so they'll be in the pool every day after school.
Well, that's good, because I think that's coming to you next week. And we're going to give one away today, as I said. Just want to remind you, the tablet is available on Verizon Wireless. Somebody asked whether it needed to have data plan or is Wi-Fi. So obviously you can use either one. We have a data plan on this, of course, and I turn it off when I'm traveling, or when I'm in Wi-Fi. Certainly when we were in Mexico, we used the Wi-Fi for it. So either way, but I think there's some clear benefits to connected tablets. Jay, you have a connected tablet or a Wi-Fi tablet?
I have a Wi-Fi tablet and a connected tablet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So I probably have too much tech, but yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a tablet, you definitely need the Wi-Fi, because I mean, you don't want to be constricted to, well, I can only use it at home, or I can't take it with me. I mean, that's some of the best use you'll get out of it is when you're waiting at the dentist or at the doctor, or places like that where normally you couldn't get anything done. You can actually get some work done on them. So yeah, you got to have the Wi-Fi. I
agree. And it's so important if you're, especially if you're running a business, or if you want to stay in touch. And I remember, I was sending a document, and I left, and I had my tablet with me, and it didn't go through. So with the tablet, I was able to just go to Dropbox and send it again, because it was connected. So it's definitely, a great opportunity to stay connected at your own, in your own way. And if you're on the More Everything plan on Verizon, it's only $10 a month. And of course, you share the data, whatever it is that you chose. But let us know, you all, if you would use the underwater features of the tablet, and we're going to be picking a winner in about the next 3 minutes or so. I know that one of the other things that Misty was asking us to do was help answer some questions, and I'm going through here. There's a question on sort of productivity tools that somebody wanted to ask you in particular as a business owner, Jay. Any specific productivity apps that you use that you think this has been a time saver, or helping you, do your projects, complete your stuff?
Well, back to connected and Wi-Fi. My Samsung Galaxy S5 is connected, obviously, and I would say that the big thing I use it for is Drive, because School of Rock as a company, we use Google Apps. So I'm in Drive constantly, and I can be anywhere and access my Drive and send things to my teachers, or send things to other franchise owners or music directors. It's really helpful.
Yeah, that really is good. How about your calendaring? Do you use to-do lists or calendaring apps?
Use the Google Calendar. Use it every day. I mean, if it's not written on the calendar, it isn't true. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't happen. So, and the calculator. I use the calculator all day, every day. I mean, the native calculator. So those are 3 big ones. Yeah,
that's so true. One of the things that I started doing was these to-do lists, and they are so useful, and they pop up, and they do reminders and all this. One of them is called Clear. This is what Clear looks like. and it codes based on importance and what you need to get done first. They've been super useful to me. You would think at this point I would have some kind of system that has already, that has worked. But it's really good. So that's it for sort of the apps that are productivity apps. We gave you some ideas on all kinds of other music apps, and we actually do have a winner today of the Sony Xperia Z10 tablet. And I want to thank Sony for giving us this great device, and you'll find that the screen is amazing, and that you'll enjoy its weight and its portability. And if you get a chance to dunk it in the water, then you'll be amazed even further. So our winner today is Craze Mom, and that's at CRAYS Mom. Congratulations to Craze Mom, and if you're around, please DM us your shipping address. DM that to me.
Congratulations.
Yes, enjoy that. And I want to thank you, Jason, so much for coming on. And I know this is like a super busy time and a super busy day, particularly on Fridays in School of Rock. So I thank you so much for making the time to jump on with us. And hopefully you can come back later on in the fall with any updates on favorite gadgets, favorite apps, and or other fun things that you're doing with the School of Rock in Wichita. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I always appreciate it, and I'm happy to see Sony get back in the game. I'm excited about this product.
I would agree with you. Very excited for them too. Thanks so much, everyone. Next week we have Joyce Sherrier. Yay! We're talking about fitness and wellness and health, and I know for so many of us, the summer is a little time for ice cream and all the other fun things that we have to do in the summer. So Joyce is going to be here to talk a little bit about how we can get back into a fun routine as the start of the school year begins. So join us next week. And thanks so much, everyone, Misty and Marty, for your incredible production efforts. Thanks to Robin and Jean, Geek Babe. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.